thank you so much for having me. I've learned a lot from Helen about how to promote your poetry. And yeah, one of the things we learned is that we have to be brave and actually put ourselves out there. So yes, this is my book. And I'm really happy to share some poems from it. And Helen mentioned the poems that were first published by Life Canon, so I thought I would start with some of those. The first one is called The Clockmaker's Daughter, and that was in the 2018 Life Canon anthology. The Clockmaker's Daughter. I never knew my mother almost dropped out of clockmaking school when she had to admit to herself that there was something tick-ticking inside her. Something she had made not by squinting through microscopes and careful attention to detail, but instead by neglect and forgetfulness, qualities they do not encourage at the Horological Institute. Foxing her tutors with flowy dresses and ponchos, she stayed on, and half a year later gave birth to me, right on the due date, because I was always going to be a punctual baby. And the first times she saw my round, flat face, she smiled with relief. She knew just how to read me. She hummed along to the song of my cogs and gears as she carried me into her workshop, then popped me against the wall between her assortment of die plates and steel files and calipers. She worked late into the night, furbishing my most important parts with a small bow lathe until she had polished me into something she would not be ashamed to hand in as her final assignment. An elaborate device with a steady heartbeat, the kind a room would feel empty without. A freestanding marvel with 2 hands and a mouth for telling the truth of time. And the next one is also a Life Canon one. That one was in the one that just came out last year, the 2021, selected by Mona Ashi. And it's called Advice from One Who's Been Burned Before. On the first day the dragon moves in, don't tell the neighbors, but take the batteries out of your smoke detector. You'll thank me later. You can stop paying your electricity bills. Even asleep, a dragon is more than a room full of candles. If you're stumped for what to feed your dragon, a little fire goes a long way. Buy a multi-pack of tea lights. Fire is what it breathes and what burns in its veins. It's also what it likes to snack on every once in a while, the way bees love to eat honey, but also eat honey. Oh, sorry, but also make honey. Oh, and most important of all, if your dragon is thirsty, give it verses, but no water, never water. But maybe a song if it is scared. Stroke its wings till your hand scorches, or let it listen to the ember bloom rhythm of slow, soft breathing that rises from you like smoke as you drift off in its glow. So that's some practical tips for you if you have a dragon moving in anytime soon. And this is a poem called Medusa. Do not lose faith on the day you wake up with spiders instead of hair. Do not cry as you look in the mirror. Remember, they may stay, they may not. They are here for now. If you must, take pains to cover your head. Hide their crawling under your most elegant hat, lest people recoil from you in the streets. Or don't. Remember Medusa and her snakes. She turned anyone to stone if they looked at her frightened. She was a monster and proud. All hiss, curse, and scorn, danger. And yet to think, someone must have loved her enough to name half of all jellyfish, those moon-glowing blooms of floating fluorescent umbrellas and bells, after her. Okay, I need to find my next poem, sorry. Oh yeah, this one is called False Advertising, and this one was in the Brian Dempsey Memorial Anthology. And also all the poets watching, I can recommend this competition. They're open for entries right now. It's the reason why I got my book published, so can recommend it. False Advertising. Reading this poem will make you the kind of person mirrors smile at approvingly. A person who doesn't look at the world through a lens of survival, but floats a little above their own sorrow. After you've devoured this poem, you will understand the animals. Even tree saplings will follow you and sleep curled in your lap if you let them. Small children will wave at you from car windows. Strangers will offer you things you might need unprompted, like chocolates or answers, or just a seat on a crowded train. Your shoulders will unknot themselves. Your most mind-numbing moments will charge up with wonder. Your bedroom will turn a golden green forest grove replete with birdsong. After you've shared this poem, everybody you love will not only remember your birthday, but also give you a gift you have yearned for, but did not know you deserved. Oh, and the person you've secretly loved all these years will suddenly sit on your doorstep and smile up at you with a slightly raised eyebrow that makes your breath catch. Look, I'm not kidding around here. This poem will make you beautiful. This poem will make you special. Yes, yes, special and happy. And yes, this poem will make you good. The question is not whether any of this is true. The question is, what if it is? Okay, so that was false advertising, and on the tiny, tiny one, that is about the fact that I have trouble sleeping. It's called insomnia. Past midnight, with my eyes shut, it gets easier to believe I am a white-winged bird, not a woman, half in love with unrequited sleep. Okay, thanks very much.